This is my daughter's radio-controlled Barbie car. And as her father, who has multiple RC cars, I feel I'm duty-bound to make this thing better. Welcome to the channel. That's right, we are going to take this toy Barbie car today and we're going to make it a little bit better. We're going to take it apart, have a look at what's underneath, and then probably change the electronics and yeah, see how well we can get it going. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some batteries in it. They go under there, and we'll give it a quick run around the track. I'll show you how it goes, and I will stick a timer up. I can't time it live, but I'll put a timer on afterwards, just so we can see the difference from when I've upgraded it. Pretty sure it just takes four double A's. So 5 double A's is 7.5 volts. That means we are probably good to run this once we've changed the electronics. To probably run it, I reckon we could probably run it on 3S, so 11.1 volts. So the way this works, it's non-proportional, which means when you turn, it's all or nothing. So you haven't got any sort of proportional control there. It's literally like a switch, and the same with the throttle on this. Push it and it goes. There's no difference. Right, let's get around this track. So as far as toys go, it's not too bad. It costs like £35 in the UK. It's about $45. It's got a terrible turning circle. Barbie's just broke her neck by the looks of it. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's get a time lap in. Oh, a bit wide. Uh-oh, reverse. Go, 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 go. And across the line. So we've established it's not great. I mean, it has got lights, front and rear when you go in reverse. But the steering, if you're not sure what proportional or non-proportional is, this is non-proportional. So it's like a switch, on or off, no in between. And the same with the throttle, you can only do one speed. And the same in reverse. That's what we're going to change today, and that is what's going to make it loads better. So before we take that apart, what you're going to need is a transmitter, a receiver, an electronic speed controller, and a steering servo. Now these come in different sizes. Until I get it apart, I'll probably use a smaller one. This is a bit too big probably. We will find out once we've taken it apart. So that is what you'll need. If you've already got RC products, you might have these spare lying around. If not, I'll leave some links in the description. All this stuff is relatively cheap. It's probably going to cost you more than the initial cost of this. I expect when you see the performance of this, it might be worth it. Anyway, get the body off this and then we can see what we've got to play with. So most toys like this are held on with a handful of screws underneath. So it's just a case of taking them off. Lift the body off. This has got lights on it, so it's always worth making sure. I mean, you can unplug these, so let's unplug them. So that's the body off, and then that leaves us with this. So the steering is probably going to be the most difficult thing, because the steering on this, non-proportional steering, is generally a little motor and some gears. So we're going to have to take this apart. This might require a bit of work. As far as the motor and the electronics go, that's going to be relatively easy. You don't have to go down this option. There are other options. If you've got something like the cheaper RCs around, they come with like an all-in-one electronics with a controller. You can use that as well. But whatever way you do it, there's probably going to be a little bit of cutting and shutting to do, particularly with the steering. So that's the first thing I'm going to look at, because I think that is going to be the most complicated. So there you can see there's your motor, and then there's the gears it sits on. So my plan is, I've taken everything out. Take this out and show you. And then this arm is obviously what turns the steering now. So I cut or broke a couple of bits off because it was it hits against there, so that's going to give us a little bit more angle, not a lot but a little bit more. And I've removed all the gubbins from in there. I found this little micro or mini servo, and I was going to take that link off, and then I realised this might just work. My plan is to hot glue it or fix it in there somehow. We'll then drill a little hole in that arm, and then that should act as the steering. This is the cover that goes on the top, so I'm going to have to get the Dremel out, remove all of that, cut some of this out, go from there, but that should work. But before I do all that cutting, what I'm going to do is we're going to swap the electronics out now. I'm going to have to change the connectors on the motor, so we're going to have it all wired in so I can get that servo straight, and then we'll do the cutting and shutting afterwards. So we'll leave that for the time being. All I need to do with this, I'm going to unplug the motor, remove all of that. The connectors for the motor go on there, so all I need to do, I'm just going to solder a couple of plugs on there.
Blue, blue is my truck. Sometimes it gets stuck. Wah! Push and pull. Hurry up, get my store.
Loads of different ways to do this. I'm choosing to do it this way. I'm going to mount the speed controller there, and then we've got room next to it for the receiver there. Also with the switch there, I'm going to have to open that up a bit and then put the switch to the ESC in. The other option is to just remove the switch or join them cables together, so when you plug the battery in, it comes on straight away. It's another easy option. You can see that the wires that I soldered on were quite a bit bigger, so all I've done, heat shrunk them and then put a little cable tie around that just supports them a bit to stop them from, you know, flexing about and maybe breaking or damaging the wire under there. So that's in. Let's stick the receiver in. So just mopped it up like that. Obviously that's not fixed yet, but it means we can centralise that. Easy way to remember: receiver 1 to turn, 2 to burn. So the steering servo goes in channel 1, the ESC in channel 2. Got myself a tiny little LiPo. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to have to pull all that out so we can get room for a LiPo. If you don't know what a LiPo is, it's just a decent battery. That one says Li-ion, lithium ion polymer. But anyway, we don't want to talk about batteries in this video. I want to see if this thing's going to work. Right, steering works, throttle. Oh, what? We got no power. We're not plugged in. I could have edited that out, but I haven't. Anyway, let's try again, shall we? There we go. Right, steering. Oh, throttle. Nice. Reverse. So we have got throttle. I mean, that seems a bit quicker than it was, doesn't it? Right, we're going to have to get all this together, give it a run with the 2-cell 7.4 volt, which is about the same as what the batteries are powering it, but just we've got a bit more control now. Show you, obviously proportional. Look at that, I'm literally just... So that's your proportional control. Let's get that steering sorted. Right, so where are we? We have got a big pile of bits. I had to take quite a bit of material off. As you can see there, I've broken all that off. I've ground it all down with a Dremel because you don't want any sharp bits in there, because what you don't want to do is damage your battery. Professionally hot glued on-off switch for the ESC. Did also take the resistors off of the motor, hoping it might increase the speed, but I gave it a quick test. It didn't look any different, but anyway, I've taken them off. The steering, again, professionally hot glued in there. Just fitted this turnbuckle onto the plastic steering arm. I literally just drilled a hole, measured it, drilled a hole, put a little nut on the other side. And that's where we're up to now. That's where most of the material came from. Bit of cutting and shutting on there. Anyway, steering on. Batteries are charging. I've got a 2S charging, I've got a little 3S charging, and we'll see what it's like. And then I think we'll give it a little rip around outside. I didn't speed check this stock, but it was probably around 3 to 4 miles an hour, so it'd be interesting on 3S, or around 2S and 3S, to see what speed difference we've got. So this should be relatively simple. I always say that. When I mean simple, I mean to fit this on. So slot that in there like that. That is going to go, spin that round. That should go on there, like that. Screw that back on. I think that was pretty central. We'll find out, won't we? We can always use the trim to adjust it. Right, so that's on there. So I've cut this up as well. I've done both sides. I only actually needed to do that. And I also put a little cut down there as well to run the servo line on. So this should have clearance now if I measured it all right, and when I tested it, there we go. Look, it looks factory fit, doesn't it? So let's put the fixings on. I'm going to put the body back on. No, actually, let's put the fixings on, put the battery on, and just check it all works. Then we'll put the body on. This Barbie is petrol head Barbie. She's been in the Drift Jeep, and she was the first Barbie to drive, I think, the Baywatch Jeep I made as well. She did land on her head a few times. Anyway, that's enough about talking about Barbie. Let's get the fixings in and sort this out. Right, first switch on. I will share this with you rather than testing before. So, right, we know we got throttle. I'm sure we've already... Now steering. Have we got steering? Yeah, proportional. We haven't got a great deal. Why is it getting stuck that way? That's not bad actually, it's better than it was I think. We'll make do with that. It's proportional, that's the important bit, look. So we've now got some control over it. Right, let's get the body on, let's give it a rip. Barbie is all ready to go. Because she's a petrol head, Barbie, I've zip tied or cable tied her hair, so she's looking a little bit more presentable before she goes for a drive. Anyway, let's see how it gets on. You'll see I've also got lights. I forgot to mention that. I've rewired the lights, so they've now got like the little 2-pin. I don't think they're JSTs, but if I should be able to switch the front ones on now from the controller. There we go. We got lights. Oh, here we go. Come on, Barbie. Oh, look at that. Much more control. She's not as, I don't think she's any faster. Definitely more steering because I can, well, put the brakes on a bit. Yeah, steering angle not great actually. It's a bit more this way. There's a bit more when you're turning left, but oh yeah, that's better. Right, anyway, I think we need to get a 3S in. Does she do a handbrake turn or an e-brake? Yeah, there you go. That's how you get around the corner. That's much better. Right, 3S. I'm not going to bother with a speed test on that because I don't believe it's any faster than stock. I am going to do a lap though, because we did a lap, didn't we, with the other one? So what I need to do, it's a rolling lap, so let's go. Oh, nice. Come on. Yeah, that's going to be loads quicker, isn't it? What? So I'll stick the 2 times up. That's quicker. I don't know how much quicker because I haven't edited the video yet. Right, let's put a 3S in. 3S? Yeah, it's a bit quicker. Oh yeah, that's a load quicker. Yeah, donuts. Wow, I didn't realise it was that much quicker. Oh, we're almost drifting. I've got the gyro on actually. We should be able to... Yeah. Oh. This is awesome. Oh, I need to sort the trim out. Oh yeah. We can't quite drift it because we haven't got the angle, but this is so much better. Well, I've got to be careful. It sounds like it's the gears are having a tough time. Whoa, right, we need to try and get a fast lap in. I didn't realise how much faster this was. Oh, drifting, Barbie. Let's go. Nice and controlled. Whoa. Oh, yes. Yes. Come on. Come on. Oh no, you messed it up, Barbie. We have to do another lap. Right. Time lap. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Nice. Nice. Come on. You got this. You got this. Nice, slow, and across the line. Nice. Right then. Speed. It's not the fastest thing, is it? But still, she's faster than she was. Oh. 8 mile an hour. It's probably double the speed it was stock. That's quite funny. This isn't my first rodeo. I've got a brushless Mario toy that does 30 mile an hour. I didn't want to do Barbie brushless because I want my daughter to be able to play with it. So stick it on 2S. Perfect for her. She's pretty good at her little handbrake turns. Cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.
My way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play the catcher, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, can